You can tell the potency and the way this culture shifted when President Trump walked into a McDonald's and took a shift by how the Mockingbird media felt compelled to respond to this. But you can also see a much larger shift, a much bigger one. And that is, you're going to serve one master. You're going to love one and hate the other. There was a day when Democrats served working people, right? The New Deal. It's a horrible idea. It's ruined America, but it was pitched as serving the working people. Obamacare, same thing. It was pitched that way. And there was a time where Democrats made an appeal to working people. So what's been the shift? I think Democrats are being given great cleverness from a truly evil source, the most evil source, as they make this shift into representing a smaller and smaller group of bigger and bigger donors who are buying bigger and bigger portions of America. Democrats have a brilliant business model. It's the most brilliant business model. We'll force people to buy your stuff. We'll outlaw your competition. And we don't care if 10 years down the road, we have to come back and say, hey, remember that thing we forced you to buy? That's no longer the thing. Now you need to switch out and buy other things. It's a brilliant business model. And business people who fall for this are going to get exactly what they deserve, which is eventually they'll get eaten. So we'll talk about this effect and how the Mockingbird media had to cover this and had to talk about it being strange and bizarre. But we'll talk about it through the lens of big donors and what I think they're seeing and why they might be panicking, because I think they are. They should be. People can panic about decisions in life such as this. I know that there are people who are looking at the food prices and look, there's cause for panic. It's going up and up and up. If President Trump makes it through the attempts to steal the election and gets back in office, he'll have far less inflationary statutes and policies. We know that. But there is a hack. It's a life hack that will not just get you better health, help you maintain and even maybe grow muscle, but help you get more nutrition for every single bite of food you eat. It's called MassZymes. It's from my friends Matt and Wade at Bioptimizers. And it simply does this. It helps your body more efficiently consume and digest food, particularly proteins. And there's proof. They went to Berkshire International University in Bosnia. They did a side-by-side test of people who ate food just like you do, and then people who ate food and took MassZymes like I do. The MassZymes group saw a 1,200% increase in amino acids in their bodies. Amino acids are the building block of proteins, which of course are the building block of muscle. Ergo, you are getting more nutrition for every single bite of food you chew, and you're working with a company that's been with us for years from the Todd Herman Show. Go to Bioptimizers.com/Todd, get 10% off all their products, including MassZymes, Bioptimizers.com/Todd, and stop letting them rip you off with poor digestion. Bioptimizers.com/Todd. This is how MSNBC felt compelled to cover President Trump going and putting an exclamation point on the cultural shift in America.
If you're on his campaign, and I know you are certainly not, I'm not making any implication of that, but what is the logic behind this, going to a McDonald's? I mean, we know the guy likes Big Macs and filet of fish, and he's used the word love to describe the way he feels about the food there before. But what's this about?
There's no logic to it. It's a stunt. He has not put forth an economic agenda. He, as you know, appears to be not well, and he's engaged in some really bizarre types of activities during this campaign. So this is just another one of those stunts that he will continue on through the campaign. And I think that we need to really focus on making sure that he is not elected, of course, because he is a threat to our democracy, but also the Harris-Walsh agenda is about the economy, reducing the cost of living, reducing the cost of prescription drugs, reducing the cost of housing, and making life better for everyone. And that's what we have to focus on. And
big donors watching President Trump inside McDonald's know something. They know that the young man who was showing the president how to cook French fries was unbelievably unaffected by that being Donald Trump. He taught the president with authority. Dude was not nervous. Dude has a future. I mean, this guy's a leader already. He had no problem leading President Trump on how to cook French fries, and he did it well. Here's the big donor eyes. A lot of big donors have joined up with the leftist cause for a reason they don't talk much about. And it's this. They know there's a revolution coming. They know that they participated in raiding the coffers. There are some of them who have admitted it. They've written it into editorials. There's going to be a revolution. There's a disappearing middle class. It's being pushed out. There's a creation of an us versus them, have-nots, a real one economically. So in quiet rooms with each other, they talk about how do they make themselves less of a target. So they come out with a party that wags around social justice. We're for the little guy. We're for the working people. This moment showed President Trump not just for the little guy. Remember, no tax on tips. Remember, 93 million Americans he wants to see removed from entirely paying income tax, or at least indemnified from it to some degree. Remember this, President Trump was obsessed with bringing working jobs back to America, manufacturing jobs, and he did it with simple accounting. Make it more costly to go overseas versus making it less costly. Simple math. Big donors get that. But they've made a huge bet on DEI as a way of indemnifying them against the violence of a revolution, which many of them believe is coming. I'm not hoping for that. I hope the Lord Jesus steps in and stops that. But that moment, as President Trump allowed himself to sit there and be taught how to cook French fries, changed culture this way. He liked it. He enjoyed it. He had fun. And that has to panic the big donors who can't like it and can't have fun because they're doing what they're doing, giving money to Kamala Harris and the entire Democrat machine because they have in their heart a fear that the little people are going to figure out, yep, they did rig the game. And may God make it so, just absent the violence.